Hi Stampers, this is Kim with Great Inspirations. Thank you for joining me today for my very last Stamp Happy video for the 2024 holiday season. And today we're not going to make a card, we're going to make gift card holders. And I have two types right here. Actually this one and this one. These two are alike, the same pattern. It's just I've used cardstock to make this one and pattern paper to make this one. And you could also use pattern paper to make this version. I just happened to make a cardstock version of them. And these require no dies. You just need your trimmer, a way to score, some cardstock or pattern paper, and then things to decorate your gift card holders. Now for this version, the gift card is right here in the back. I put a to and a from. And then this is the same as this one with the gift card in the back and a to and the from. This one is just a little different. It opens like a card. And I've put a glue dot on the back of it with ribbon. And you open it up, and there is a space you can write a message. I just put to and from, but you could write any message you would like in there. And then the gift card is in the back. Now, if you would prefer the gift card to be inside, I'll show you how to do that as well. It just depends on where you put the notch. So we'll tie this one back up. I'll see how well I can do with a bow today. Maybe good, maybe not. You never know. Okay. It's always a surprise. Yeah, that's not too awfully bad. Okay, so let's put these over here. And we will talk about how I did these two first. Like I said, either with cardstock or pattern paper. You can use either one. And here is a little chart I have, and this will be on my corresponding blog post, and the link to that blog post will be found in the description of this video. And this has, as you can see, all of your measurements, where to score, where to cut, where to miter. This will tell you what to do. But for right now, let's start with our cardstock. It's got a little piece of paper hanging on it there. And this cardstock is 7.5 by 3. And then we score it, and we're going to score it at 3 3/4. Then we're going to turn it, that was on the 7.5 inch side, turn it to the 3 inch side, and it needs to be scored at 1/4 inch and 2 3/4. This 1/4 inch is a little difficult to score. So score the 2 3/4, and turn your paper, score at 2 3/4 again. Now you need to decide, do you want this to be the back or this to be the back? When you decide which half of the paper you want to be the back, put this in your trimmer or on your scoreboard, and at along the 3 inch side at 1.5, score a little line about a 1/2 inch long. This is where we're going to make a notch. This notch right here. And you can use several things to do that. If you have a small circle punch, I'm going to use a small oval punch. Or if you have a die, that will work as well. If you have a die, you just put part of it on the cardstock and run it through. With a punch, we're just going to, we're going to use that as the center point, so we can get half of our notch to the left and half to the right of that little mark we made, and just punch. Okay, so we're done with the punching. Now we're going to do some cutting. Now, the punching and cutting will all be done on the same side. So since we punched the notch here, we're going to cut away these little 1/4 inch pieces that are on each side. Just cut them right away. There's that one. It's not quite cut away, is it? And I will cut this one. There's a lot of shadow in here today. I don't know if it's, maybe I don't have my lights exactly right, or if it's because it's so dark and dreary outside. We've warmed up a little bit. It was supposed to be near 60 today. And of course we got a lot of rain. That was after freezing to death all last week. So now we have the 1/4 inch pieces still left here. We're going to miter each of these corners. Just going to go just like that, just a little bit. Just kind of cut them at an angle. Just cut from the outside to the score line or from the score line to the outside. It'll work both ways. And I'm going to grab my bone folder. I'm going to fold on the score lines. And then just go over them with the bone folder. Then we need to fold this. Okay. Now we're going to put some adhesive on these little strips right here. And I'm going to use some 1/8 inch adhesive. This is from scrapbook.com. I got it free with an order, I think, a couple weeks ago. And I've never tried 1/8 inch adhesive before. But you know what? I think I kind of like it. So we're just going to put that there and then get some on here. And this is fairly easy to work with. It tears. So I like that quite a bit. Now we'll pull the backing off. Oops. And almost finished. Now we're just going to hold this down. Press this into place. And there's our gift card holder. Then, as I said, you just decorate it any way you like. Maybe you have some leftover die cuts or images that you could put on the outside of it. Or if you use pattern paper, I just let the paper do the work and put some ribbon on it. So there is just the real quick and easy gift card holder. Like I said, you can put the to and from on the back and that kind of thing. But now we'll move on to this one. And I'm calling this one, let me get my stuff here, the front flap gift card holder, because it does have that flap on the front like a card. And here is the chart for it. And you can see right here, I made the notch in the center panel. The panel on the right is going to be the front of your gift card holder. This is the back, and this is this inside panel. So if you don't want your gift card opening in the back but want it in the middle, you will cut this little notch right here. And I'm going to measure this piece right here. And that is 2 1/2. So 1 1/4. At 1 1/4 inch is where you would make your little notch, the 1/2 inch notch, and then, or mark, you'd score it, and then cut your notch right there. That would be on the far left panel. So that's if you want a little notch on the inside. But the one we're going to put together today, it will be in the back. Here I go tying again. I guess I could use practice, huh? That doesn't look bad. Okay, so here's our cardstock, and here is what that would look like with your notch on the inside, and then in the back it would just be like a card. So that's an option. But for this piece of cardstock, it's 7.5 by 4, and you're going to score that 1/4 inch again. Well, if you don't want to score a 1/4 inch, score it at 3 3/4. That's along the 4-inch side. Okay, and then along the 7.5 inch side, we're going to score at 2.5 and 5. And now we're going to do up here, this is at 3 3/4. You make your little score line, and that's for our notch. Well, it looks a little off center. Maybe it was me. But anyway, we're going to do some cutting. We need to cut these pieces right here on the ends, the little bitty 1/4 inch piece. You need to cut it away on that end, and then cut it away on this end. Then we need to do miter here and here. Just cut at an angle. Cut at an angle. And then flip it over. Hold this flap up. This one's going to go this way. I must have measured that wrong because it needs to be this over here. Well, I'm just batting 1,000 today. That's why my, I bet I scored it wrong. That's why my, now the notch is centered. Okay, I hope this has enough. Oh, it does. All right, I must have just cut or scored it over just 1/4 inch too much. But that's okay, we got it fixed now, and we could definitely just cover that up with some pattern paper. The only thing we have to do now, it's correct on the little diagram I have. When I cut this, I must just cut it wrong. Okay, so now we've got this scored. We've got this scored. Now we want to score this over. And now we're going to come back with that tape. Put some on the little flap here. And then we have to put some right along the score line towards the center. And you don't have to put it all the way down, just most of the way. See, I've got about 1/2 inch there I didn't put it on. And get the backing off. I'm going to press this in place here at the bottom. Then up along the side, and then fold. Use my bone folder again, and there is the little front flap gift card holder. You won't be making that mistake that I made. And then there is where you would put the gift card. So there you have it. There is the front flap gift card holder. And then here are the other two, just real quick and easy, gift card holders. And that is it for today. And also for this year, I'm going to take a little break and I'll be back after the first of the year and we'll start off 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year. And I will see you in the new year. Stamp happy.